It was one of those evenings where the sky looked like fire, deep oranges and purples melting across the horizon, cicadas humming, the cattle settling down for the night. I was just finishing the last chores when my dogs started barking at the far side of the property. At first, I figured it was deer cutting across the pasture. But then I caught a flash of neon pink. No deer wears neon pink. I hopped in the ATV and rolled toward the commotion. And there she was, Karen, queen of the HOA, halfway up my fence like some raccoon caught in the act. One leg swung awkwardly over the top rail, her phone clutched in her hand as if documenting the crime scene she was creating. "Karen!" I shouted. She jolted, nearly dropping her phone, and screeched like she'd seen a ghost. "Don't you dare yell at me. I'm inspecting." "Inspecting what?" I said, parking the ATV and stepping closer. "This isn't your property. That's trespassing." She adjusted her grip and finally flopped over into my pasture with all the grace of a sack of flour. "Your land is unsightly. HOA bylaws clearly state that all adjoining properties must maintain proper aesthetics. I'm here to verify violations." I laughed out loud. "Adjoining properties? Karen, the closest HOA house is a mile away. This is ranch land, not your cul-de-sac." But she wasn't listening. She was filming everything. My barns, the grazing cattle, even the dirt road that cut across the back. She muttered into her phone like a TV anchor. "Illegal fencing, livestock not properly registered, possible environmental hazard." "Karen," I said, dead serious now, "you're one step away from being arrested. Climbing my fence and snooping around with your camera is trespassing. Plain and simple. Leave. Now." Instead, she smirked and dialed 911 right in front of me. "Yes, operator? I'm reporting a hostile man threatening me while I perform an HOA inspection." She shot me a wicked grin, like she'd already won. I didn't say a word. I just crossed my arms and waited. 10 minutes later, a sheriff's truck rolled up the dirt road. Karen practically threw herself in front of it, waving her arms like she was flagging down the cavalry. "Thank goodness you're here. He's threatening me, blocking my work, and refusing HOA access." The deputy stepped out, squinting at her, then at me. Recognition flickered in his eyes. "Evening, neighbor," he said, tipping his hat. Karen's jaw dropped. You know him?" "Of course I do," the deputy said. "This is his land. He's the legal owner. And you, ma'am, are trespassing." Karen's face went red. "That's impossible. HOA rules give us authority over unsightly property." The deputy raised an eyebrow. "Ma'am, you're at least a mile outside your HOA boundaries. Your rules don't apply here. And climbing someone else's fence? That's criminal trespassing. Filming without consent? Borderline harassment." She sputtered, tried to argue, but the deputy cut her off. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to delete every video you took, climb back over that fence the legal way, and never set foot on this property again. Otherwise, I'll cuff you right here and haul you to county jail." Her phone slipped in her sweaty hands, and she fumbled to erase the footage while muttering curses under her breath. The deputy watched until every file was gone, then handed her back the phone. When she finally crawled back over the fence, much slower and clumsier than she'd come in, I couldn't help myself. "Careful, Karen," I called after her. "Next time you climb a fence uninvited, it might not just be me waiting. It might be the bull." She froze, eyes wide, before scurrying off like a frightened rabbit. The deputy chuckled. "You've got more patience than I would have had. If it were me, I'd have let her meet the bull first." From that day forward, Karen never set foot near my fence again. And whenever my neighbors whisper about her antics, they laugh about the time she inspected the wrong man's ranch and nearly inspected the inside of a county jail cell instead.